This video will teach you the basics of using Autodesk Inventor. We're going to specifically focus on identifying the 4 types of files today, as well as learning basic navigation skills. Inventor is a CAD modeling program. CAD stands for Computer-Aided Design or Computer-Aided Drawing. And it allows you to build sketches and items in 3D on the computer and then create drawing sheets or blueprints from that. We have 4 types of files that we will be using this year: parts, assemblies, drawings, and presentations. In order to select one of those, you just click on the name. We'll do part to start off with for today. You might notice a moment for it to load. This is the landing page when you create a part. The typical place we start if we want to create parts is go to the Sketch tab, and we start a sketch, and then you can draw all sorts of lines, rectangles, circles, arcs. You've got tons of different options for different polygons if you use these drop-down buttons, but you basically build a 2-dimensional sketch. After you build your 2-dimensional sketch, then you have the option to go to 3D modeling and make it appear in 3D. So the purpose of a part file is to create a 3D model of your part. Now we can go back to the home screen and look at our other options. An assembly, for example, is where you're going to be creating more detailed parts. Specifically, in an assembly, you take multiple parts and you combine them to make a single larger object. Now, at this point, you're not going to be able to do a ton with the assembly interface because you don't have any parts created yet. But once we've got some created, we'll start doing this in a couple of weeks. You place existing parts, and then you have the option to combine them using what we call joint and constrain tools. The 3rd type of file that you can have is a drawing sheet. We'll be learning how to use these next week. And a drawing sheet is where you essentially make your blueprints for an object. So far, we've learned about pictorial sketches, those ones that appear 3-dimensional. A drawing is where you make 2-dimensional sketches like the multi-view images we're going to be learning about shortly. This is what the landing page looks like when you create a drawing. You have the option to place different styles of views for your object so you can show it from different angles. And then you can add annotations like dimensions, different text or symbols to give additional information about what's being shown in your drawing. The final type of file is a presentation file. And we use a presentation file to create something called an exploded view. An exploded view is a view of your object where you can, typically a view of an assembly, where you can see all the individual pieces. Presentation files are also good when you want to try and make little videos or animations to show how things work or to show how things fit together. Similar to the other ones, you have a menu of options at the top. You can insert a model. You can take pictures. You'll notice down at the bottom that you have a timeline that you can run. So you can actually create short little videos of your object working or in motion. So again, those are the 4 types of files that you can access in Autodesk Inventor: part files, assembly files, drawing files, and presentation files. Typically, you'll use a part file first, and then an assembly second, and then you move on to drawings and presentations from there.